Welcome in, everybody. It is Tier List Thursday. I made my own little ad for the bottom of the video because I was tired of the ads popping up. So definitely make sure you subscribe. But today we are ranking the Pokemon mainline games. There's an ad at the top. If I scroll up too far, there's an ad at the bottom if I scroll down too far. But these are the mainline games from the Game Boy all the way through the Switch. And then just two of the spinoffs, Coliseum and XD. So I do like that it combined them, so I can just do, okay, red and blue, then yellow, then gold, silver. So it will make things a little bit easier, I think, a little bit quicker for us to go through these. Now, with that being said, we have to start at the beginning, red and blue. Nostalgia's sake, definitely like SA. Haven't gone back and replaying them recently, it's more like a B. Because just the grind in those games is definitely there, for sure. And obviously, you know, some of these older games are not going to hold up graphics wise. That's just the way it is. I still wanted to kind of put it A, but I think B is fair. S would be reasonable too, because I mean, that's what started it all. We wouldn't be where we are with all these Pokemon games if it wasn't for these ones that started it all. So like, there's an argument they could be higher, but I'm gonna leave it at B. Now, Yellow's the one Pokemon game I think I have not played. I don't know if I've ever actually played Yellow. I have Yellow, but I don't think I've ever actually played it. Maybe borrowed it from a friend years ago just to play it once, but I don't think I've ever actually played Yellow, which I feel a little bit ashamed of, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, Gold and Silver. I actually had both of these. I like Gold and Silver. I'm going to put them also at B. We're currently playing through Crystal in my Nuzlocke. I need to get back to my Nuzlocke attempts. We've attempted Crystal 8 times now and have yet to beat it. So definitely subscribe. We're going to get back to that. But Gold and Silver, Gen 2. I enjoy Gen 2. But again, you know, none of these are really going to hold up if you go back too far. But Gold and Silver, I actually owned both of these as a kid. I never had Crystal as a kid. I owned both Gold and Silver. Personally prefer Gold because ho-oh, but I think B is a good fit for them. Crystal, I'm gonna put Crystal at C. I wanted to put it at B. But the one weird thing for Crystal that I realized whenever I was picking which game I was gonna play is that added the female playable character, which is fine. Nothing against that, but they took Gen 2 Pokemon out of the game. Like, you can't catch Mareep in Crystal at all. And I feel like Mareep's one of the main Gen 2 Pokemon you think of. So, for that to just not be available seems a bit weird to me. Am I really going to rank any of these below a C? We'll see. Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby and Sapphire. Where should I put you? I don't want to keep putting all the base games at B. I'm gonna go A on Ruby and Sapphire. I really liked Ruby and Sapphire. It could also be that Ruby and Sapphire, by that point I was in school. I had friends playing Ruby and Sapphire, able to do more trades, things like that. So maybe I just have more fond memories of Ruby and Sapphire. I've not played through them recently yet because we're still on Crystal for our Nuzlocke attempt. I'm playing through one game of each. So we did Red, and then we did Crystal, then we're going to do Emerald, then we're going to do Leaf Green, then we're going to do Platinum, just your idea for how our Nuzlocke's going. So I've not replayed any of Gen 3 recently. Other than some mess around charity stuff in Pokemon Emerald. So I'm still going to keep it an A. I really enjoyed Ruby and Sapphire. And I'm actually going to put Emerald there with it. Just because it is similar. Emerald adds just a little bit more, but not enough to put it up to an S tier. So I will leave it at an A. Fire Red, Leaf Green. I'm going to leave it at B with Red and Blue. Again, you know, it's a remake. We had some updated graphics, but not one I played a ton of. I've played it here and there. I bought it later after release. It's not one I had when it first came out. So, Diamond and Pearl for me, base Diamond and Pearl is an A. And that's just, again, super fun memories. I really enjoyed Diamond and Pearl. Again, in school, that was the first time I had an action replay for my DS, and my friends and I would hack in the shiny Pokemon and give them names, then we'd battle. So I had a shiny Lickilicky that I would send out, but it was named Zubat. So it's like, oh, he's using a Zubat, and then it's a shiny Lickilicky, and I thought that was fun in whatever grade that was, 5th grade, 4th grade, something like that. So shiny Lickilicky, definitely recommend naming it Zubat if you ever find one. Not that I nickname my shinies anymore, but I feel like I might have to do that just as a little callback. But I do prefer Platinum over them. So that's why I'm like, should I put this B because I like Platinum better? I don't know. That's a tough choice. I'm going to, again, not in any particular order, just as I drop them in there. But Platinum, I really enjoyed Platinum. Now, HeartGold and SoulSilver is the first one I'm going to put as an S. HeartGold and SoulSilver, definitely one of my favorite Pokemon games. Whenever people ask me what my favorite Pokemon game is, other than saying the most recent ones, whatever one I'm currently playing, I usually say HeartGold and SoulSilver. Just something about HeartGold and SoulSilver. I still have my Pokewalker and the updated graphics, the Pokemon following you, being able to go back to Kanto. Just something about HeartGold and SoulSilver. I was like, this is the peak Pokemon game right now. Out of all of them, even up to this point, even through some of the remakes, it's still like that was good Pokemon. Now here's where I might start a little bit of controversy. Black and White 2, I've not played. Black and White, I didn't play much of. I didn't find it as enjoyable. I don't know if that's because I played it later or I just don't have as many fond memories with it, but for me, Black and White and Black and White 2 don't have the same pull for me. And I know I see a lot of, well, Black and White's Gen 5 is just a remake of Gen 1. If you look at the Pokemon and the way it correlates, I get it. That's one reason I wanted to do the Nuzlocke challenge that I'm doing, was so I could go back and play some of these games that I have not played, like Black and White 2. Black and White I didn't play a ton of. Fire Red Leaf Green I didn't play a ton of. So like there's definitely some pieces I may be missing, but that's how I feel about Black and White. It's average. It's a Pokemon game. And then we get into X and Y. X and Y for me is an A. X was freshman year of college for me when that came out, showing my age, and it was the first game I completed the Pokedex in. Like, I actually caught every Pokemon. I do regret that I traded away some shinies to complete that living dex, because I was like, oh, I have this shiny Corsola, I need to trade it for this shiny legendary that was event only back on Pokemon Emerald or whatever it may be. So Pokemon Bank came out. It was the time that I finally completed the living dex. So for that, X and Y is an A for me. And Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire right there with it. That's when I really got into shiny hunting, was X and Y, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That to me was when Pokemon really started to change in the way I looked at it, and I found the fun of it again. I don't know if maybe that's why I fell off Black and White. I didn't find Pokemon as fun anymore. It wasn't as cool as I was in high school, I started working, whatever it may be, but those are both A for me. Now, this one, I'm going to put Sun and Moon as a D, only because Ultra Sun and Moon is what Sun and Moon should have been. I'm still only going to put it as a B, but Ultra Sun and Moon should have been what Sun and Moon was. It didn't add enough to deserve a whole new game, in my opinion. I don't know that I've actually ever finished my Ultra Sun. I've played it, I never finished it. I did finish Sun, I didn't finish Ultra Sun. So maybe I'm missing some context there, but even from what I've heard other people say, it didn't deserve to be a second game. It should have been in the base game. And then, Black and White 2 is where we got away from the third game. So they were just, here's Ultra Sun and Moon while we work on the Switch. Like, they just pulled stuff out, held it, and then we're like, okay, here you go, because we're working on other stuff. Which brings us to the Switch. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. Honestly, it's an A. I know they were appealing to the Pokemon Go audience, and people don't like the catching. There was lack of battling, but the overall shinies, fantastic. The mechanics were fine for me. There was still battling. You could battle. It was definitely a little bit easier, but it was a good introduction for people getting into the franchise, especially as a Switch first home console. Like, I get it. It did what it needed to do, and I think it's fine to recognize that. It's right where it belongs. Sword and Shield for me. See, I feel I just like all of these Pokemon games, so I don't know where to put it. I'm gonna go B on it, just because there were some things I liked about it, some things I didn't like. The shiny hunting was a pain, unless I pretty much only did the Masuda hunting in Sword and Shield, because anything else felt extra tedious, took longer. I just did the Masuda method. So if it had better shiny hunting ways, it would probably be an A. But I enjoyed the story of it. I liked the introduction of the wild area, the raids, the whatever you want to call them, the raid dens. I feel like there was a lot of good in Sword and Shield that it deserves a B. Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. It's Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. No, I did do some shiny hunting in Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. Like, I got shiny Dialga, but other than me shiny hunting some of the legendaries with the slightly higher chances in the base game, Diamond and Pearl were fine. I don't recommend it to anybody looking to get a Pokemon game, unless Diamond and Pearl was their first Pokemon game. Then I'm like, oh, maybe you should play Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, because it's Switch and updated graphics and everything. But yeah, that's why it's there. Legends Arceus though is an S. I cannot wait for Legends ZA. I saw a rumor we're getting news in hopefully January. I mean, Pokemon Day is in February. So at the latest, we have to wait till February, and it's already December. So Pokemon Legends Arceus, one of my favorite games. I enjoyed it so much. So I still go back to it every once in a while just to hear the shiny sound in the overworld. And I loved being able to just run up to Pokemon and catch them and not have to battle them. But the option to battle them is there. So that was the one thing I did miss about Legends Arceus and the Scarlet Violet, was I couldn't just catch Pokemon and run away. You still had to go through the full battle process. I like just throwing a jet ball from a distance, catch it, cool, I'm out. And that's why Scarlet and Violet, I say it's one of my favorites because I really enjoy it. Shinies are fantastic, but I'm going to put it as a B. And the reason I'm putting it as a B, shinies are great. Story was good. The 3 different stories, amazing. But there were just so many issues whenever I played Scarlet. Game crashes, just game lagging. I mean, they call it Lag Lake, Lag Tree Thicket. Like, definitely some optimization that could have been done that was lacking. And for that reason, it's only a B. I do really enjoy the games. I still play it all the time. Still shining out all the time. DLC was fun, but there was just some optimization that was missed that kept it from being higher for me. I did almost put it as an A. It was very close, but I'm going to leave it at a B. Then we come into Pokemon Coliseum and XD. These GameCube games I actually have right behind me. Thinking about playing through these as a member exclusive playthrough for now. Pokemon Coliseum is fantastic. It's S. XD I'm going to put as an A just because I don't have as much time in XD. I've played it, but I don't know that I ever actually beat XD. So that's something I'm going to do for my members. Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD. We're going to play through these members only videos. I'm going to try to get those up once a week for members. So keep an eye out on that. Pokemon Coliseum XD coming to you soon. And that is the overall tier list. Honestly, I thought I would put more mentally. I thought I would put more in S tier. A whole lot of A tiers and then not much below B tier. But that was to be expected, I feel. So as much as I do Pokemon content, I love everything Pokemon. I feel like that's not a surprise. Maybe the big surprise is that I didn't play Yellow. Sorry, I have it. Maybe I'll get to it. But for now, we're going to do Pokemon Coliseum for members. So make sure you guys join today, become a member of the channel, help support the channel, and you can check me out playing Pokemon Coliseum. Maybe we'll do some shiny hunting for Shadow Pokemon in Pokemon Coliseum as well, because we do a whole lot of shiny hunting here. Let's add shadows to the list. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Every Thursday, we're doing Tier List Thursday. Mondays are Cobblemon Mondays. And then we stream during the week, at least for now. So make sure you guys subscribe, click that bell, turn on notifications, get notified when videos drop, things go live, new shorts, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.